John, is it fair to say this was in Featherstone's grasp to take the two today?
Well, I think the best team lost, so that's clear. I thought we played some really good stuff. I thought we scored some great tries. We had to be good against a really, really good London team who've won 9 out of 9. We shouldn't be getting beat when we score 30 points, and that's what's the frustrating thing is. We had the opportunity and we won it, and then we lost it, and then we won it again. And we played some great stuff, and they came back into it, and they never gave in. And just came up with some real dumb plays late on, real dumb plays at 24-22. We just didn't handle the pressure, and the messages were getting out, and we just didn't control the ball as well as we should have done at crucial stages, and shut the game out.
I think that show a different type of spirit today, coming from behind. That must make you even more pleased, because we've won from the front pretty much all of the last 9.
Yeah.
This has been a much tougher game, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think we're honest enough to know that we didn't play as well today as we have done in recent weeks, no doubt about that. I thought Featherstone were excellent today. I thought they were very, very good. I thought they controlled the game well with their halves. I thought their forwards took them forward well. I thought they certainly tested us, challenged us, and they probably as a team feel a little bit aggrieved that they didn't get something out of the game. But then again, I suppose on the flip side, from our point of view, like you just mentioned there, we had to show some character, some grit, a little bit of attitude there to come through that, because we absorbed a hell of a lot of pressure. And I suppose from our point of view, we know we weren't near our best. And if you haven't played near your best, and to come away and get something out of a game which you probably overall didn't quite deserve, I think that probably shows where we're at as a team at the moment. So I'm pleased from that point of view. I'm pleased that the guys didn't, when Featherstone were rolling us there at some points of the game, that we didn't sort of compound. We stuck to task, we stuck with it. And yeah, a little bit of luck at times was needed, but we were composed enough to get that and close that game out there in the end. So yeah, very, very pleased and very relieved at the same time to get that 2 points and keep our momentum going there. But like you said, I thought Featherstone were excellent today, I really do. And I know they'll be hurting from that today, but unfortunately for them, they'll just have to review and have a look at where they need to go moving forward. I think they'll still be right. I think both of us will be right now with results going in our favour today. I think both teams will be okay with a top 4 finish from here on in. But yeah, but like I said, yeah, very, very, very pleased with the character and the attitude and the endeavour shown, certainly to finish it the way.
One positive for Featherstone Rovers was that speed of the ruck, the speed of the play of the ball. It was excellent this afternoon.
There's only one negative: we've got beat. That is the top and bottom of it. We're coming off the back of playing Leeds Rhinos in a quarter-final of the Challenge Cup on a Friday, then playing against Swinton, who are a really good footballing team that beat Halifax today, on a Wednesday, and then we travel down here for 4 hours and come up with an absolutely outstanding, almost perfect performance. And it's a shame that we haven't got the points that we deserve, but that's rugby league as well, and there are lessons to learn from it. I think we need to be a bit more hard-nosed. We need to shut out games when we're in front. We need to understand how to play in front as well. So there's plenty to go at, but delighted with the performance and the attitude of the players. I thought they were great. This is 3 games in 9 days, against a £1 million team who are full-time and part-time blokes. Absolutely outstanding endeavour, and no lack of skill either. I thought we were really good with the ball.
We've talked about this before, but second place has been the target.
Yes.
Well, top 2 has been the target all season.
Yep.
There's now a 3-point gap.
Yep.
With 4 games to go. Hull KR next week.
Yes.
Is going to be very, very tough.
Very difficult, yeah.
But thereafter, there are 3 games that you would put down as winnable thereafter. Not easy, but definitely winnable.
Well, every game's winnable, David, so yeah, but you just got to make sure each week you prepare properly and we don't show any disrespect to any of the opposition we play. This is a tough competition in the championship. Yes, there's probably a level of expectation with our team and our club because of the way we're playing and because we're full-time, so I get that, but we certainly don't show any team any disrespect because we know there's some quality players, some quality teams in this division and quality coaches, and we've still got a lot of hard work to do to achieve that top 2. I'd like to think we're probably only one more win away from securing the top 4, but we're fighting for that top 2 as probably Featherstone still are as well. So I think it's a 3-horse race now for the top 2 for me. Still a 5-horse race for the top 4. So there's still plenty to play for. Still think there'll be plenty of twists and turns in these last 4 games to the end of the season.
What is it that Featherstone Rovers can take out of this performance?
The performance, and certainly in attack, I thought 9, 7 and 6 were really good. I thought they were good. The forward pack was, like you said, dominant. I thought we laid a platform there. Defensively, we need to work a little bit harder and be a little bit smarter as well. Some penalties at crucial stages today that went against us. But without talking about the referee, but we had a couple of calls that didn't go our way, and at one stage I thought we couldn't buy a penalty, but I can't control that. I just need to focus on my team.
Alex Walker picked up another man of the match award.
Yep.
There were 5 or 6 players out there today who I thought were outstanding. Jared Sammett. Somebody said to me today, Jared Sammett's the best player in the championship. It's hard to argue with that, isn't it, when he's on his game?
Oh, when he's on his game, he's an exciting player, isn't he? He's a joy to watch when he's on his game, and I'm pleased for Jared because since he's come back into the team, he's been contributing a hell of a lot to this team and adding a lot of value to the team, as is every player, and that's where we're at the moment. We've got a group of players now that are, whoever's in, the 17 selected, they are truly adding value to this team and helping us take us forward and where we want to go. So I think collectively, as a team, we've really come together. We're playing well, we're in a good place. And I'm happy with the performances that we're producing. Like I said, we've been up there for 9 weeks. We've been really, really good for 9 weeks. I think today we took a little bit of a dip, in terms of performance levels, and we met and were challenged by an excellent Featherstone team that were up there today, and it really wanted it. And I'm just thankful, like I said, that we managed to come through the other side there, even though we weren't quite at our best. And I think we'll learn a lot from that today. I think it's probably something we needed as a group as well. And I'm not stupid. I know that it's very, very hard to replicate that level of performance week in, week out, which we have done consistently for so many weeks. So I was worried a little bit about today in the back of my mind when I relayed that to the players, but I was always a little bit, this could be the banana skin today, and it almost was. And I'm just glad that we managed to get through that, and I'm hoping we'll bounce back and get back up to where we need to be performance-wise next week, as we'll have to if we're going to challenge Henderson Rovers.
And the defence as well. We always talk about the defence in post-match conferences. That the forwards really bullied the London forwards today. Yeah,
we were dominant for large parts, but they've got some good halves who were running threats, and we worked on them as well. And that's what's frustrating for me: the fact that Sammett ran really well with the ball and caused us a lot of problems, and people didn't quite do the jobs that they should have done, but. That's the pressure at this level.
What's the injury news on Will Bartow?
Yeah, it's just a hamstring issue there. I haven't got any further details. I don't know how severe it is at this stage. The medical team will assess it now, and we'll get more of an update there. But we had to face a little bit of adversity today, and that happens in sport. Bartow, we lost him. Andy Ackers wasn't fit going into the game. Picked up a nasty virus and fever the night before, so it was a testament to him to have to push through today and do the minutes that he had to do. So we faced a few challenges as a group, but like I said, we've managed to overcome them and deal with that. And that just again probably shows the quality and the depth within the squad that we can get through that and handle it.
A really good advert for the championship today. 2 top quality teams. If you're a neutral fan watching that game, you've been thoroughly entertained this afternoon.
Yeah. I made a point of going over to the fans, the Featherstone fans, who've been brilliant all the way. Come down a long way and got behind the team. I thought we gave them something to cheer about, and I wanted to acknowledge their support. I thought that was really important. I did that, and I thought we gave them opportunities to get behind the team and to cheer them on, and we played really well, and the fans were really positive at half time and at full time.
When we spoke 2 weeks ago, Tom Spencer had gone off to hospital.
Yeah.
How bad is the finger injury?
It's not too bad. It was a severe dislocation, so he had to get operated on. But we're hopeful that he's going to be back in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So he's on course. Matt Davis is the same. He's on course to be back in the next 2 to 3 weeks. But obviously James Cunningham and the Macgar side, they're probably going to be hopefully available sort of middle of the middle eights at this stage. So
James was much more optimistic when I spoke to him.
Well, it could be back. You never know that. But you've got to have there's a rough guide there. It could be a week or 2 earlier. Yeah. Then again, if they don't manage themselves well enough, or it doesn't heal as well as we think it will, it could be a week or 2 later. So we're hopeful that we're going to be around that sort of time.
What's the news on Adrian Patel? He's not been involved for
Yeah, he's just at the moment, just not being selected at the moment. That's just the way it is. Yeah, the team's just playing so well. The outside backs are all playing well. You know, he's been a good fellow around the place. He's not, obviously he's disappointed at the moment, but he's cracking on. He's still supporting the team in a good way, and yeah, he just has to bide his time at this stage.
Is he an injury with him?
No, it's just selection at the moment. Yeah, just selection on that one at the moment. So, but I want to talk about the academy a bit today too, because I think it was a fantastic result for them today to defeat Wigan here at home. And again, I'm really pleased with what our youth are doing at the moment. I think it's a day for them as well to be recognised. You know, the London Broncos Academy, great result against the Wigan Warriors here at home. You know, fantastic that the work has been done there, and even our scholarship are recording wins against Super League sides now. So I think in terms of our youth structures and what we're doing there, we're not only competing, but we're getting some good results. And like I said, you know, hopefully we can get the first team back in the top flight as well. And you know, I think we're in a good place at the moment. But I wanted to give them a special mention today because I thought the academy were outstanding today in their performance to defeat Wigan.